Hello everyone, welcome to our Fall 22 concert. Super excited to be here and get this rocking and rolling on an awesome start to the school year. We are going to steal a tradition from Tammy at the middle school, and this is their first concert here. So for parents of anyone in this crew that want to come up to the front and get a good picture up close, we'll take 2 minutes and do that right now. So if you want to come up to the front, get a close-up good picture, you can do that right now. Well, I think the best part about that was I didn't tell the kids that was going to happen. You're welcome. All right. Anyway, so I guess I didn't even introduce myself. I was so excited to do that. My name is Mr. Capel. I teach band here at the high school, and if this is your first concert with us, we're so happy to have you here. If this is a returning concert for you all, welcome back. Super excited to get this show on the road. We got a lot of things going on, a lot of awesome stuff happening in the band program, and we're excited to showcase all of that tonight. And it starts with these awesome young kiddos up here. So we are going to get started with Riley.
Alright, Be Our Guest, from the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast. This arrangement of Be Our Guest features many different sections across the band, and specifically clarinets to start. We had to learn our chromatic scale in class and apply those new notes to different parts of this piece. We hope that you enjoy Be Our Guest.
We actually do have a birthday in the house. Reckon? If we all give him a happy birthday on 3, that'd be sweet. 1, 2, 3! Alright, he's super happy to be here right now. Alright. You know, we're just gonna continue on. That was great. We're gonna continue on. So, yeah. Alright.
Star Wars. This music from the 3rd episode, Revenge of the Sith, is some of the most familiar in all of the franchise. We hope that you can recognize all of the melodies. We have all had to work really hard on different technical demanding parts and some new triplet rhythms. This piece was a lot of fun to work on, and we hope that you enjoy Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Fanfare for the Common Man, originally composed by famous American composer Aaron Copland and arranged for concert band. He wrote it in response to a solicitation from a fellow musician, Eugene Gossens, for a musical tribute honoring those engaged in World War II. Aaron Copland later wrote, the challenge was to compose a traditional fanfare, direct and powerful, yet with a contemporary sound. The debut performance of the original piece took place March 12, 1943, after bouncing back and forth on a title between Fanfare for the Solemn Ceremony, Fanfare for Four Freedoms. They ended up with Fanfare for the Common Man, as income taxes were to be paid on March 15th that year. They both felt it was an opportune moment to honor the common man. We hope you enjoy Fanfare for the Common Man.
Before we started, I forgot to congratulate the 8th grade crew. Good job, guys.
Oh, yeah.
All right. As we are gearing up for our Rose Bowl trip here, coming up in a few short months, we just had another rehearsal last weekend, and another job all done for them in our final preparations. It was getting to be a little chilly, but I guess that's what we got to do with living in this area, huh? So I told them to pack warm, and some of them, I don't know. But, you know, they did great, and I just wanted to take a quick moment in that preparation for that trip. Thank all the parents that have been a huge part in that. If you were at our September 30th showcase, that was a fantastic night with the food truck, and everything else of that night went super, super well. And things like that don't happen without them, so I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you to all of you parents that helped out with that event or dropped your kids off to participate in that event. So a quick thank you to all of you. All right, we are going to continue on with our next student.
Cavada. This piece by Francis Macbeth is a piece that starts off intense and fast. For sections of this piece, there is no one with a harmony or background part, as everyone has the melody together. We had to all learn how to play it individually, and then learn how to play it the same way. It then transitions to a beautiful slow section, followed by an ending fast section, similar to, but not the same as the beginning. We hope you enjoy Cavada.
All right, so for those of us 8th grade percussion parents that are new to the high school, we have what's called the percussion ensemble class. It's where I take all the noisy percussionists and throw them in one class because someone thought that was a good idea. It was me. It's all started, this idea started a long time ago. It's been going really well, but now this class has ballooned into 17 kids. I expected it to be around 10. So it's a good problem to have, but now we get to have 2 percussion ensemble pieces. So it benefits you. So this is our first of 2 percussion ensemble pieces, Contrast in Blue.
Contrast in Blue. This piece for percussion ensemble explores the contrast between various standard percussion instruments and mallets used to strike them. Players are given the opportunity to play soft for extended periods of time. Listen for the call and response between the rhythmic percussion and the pitched percussion instruments. We hope you enjoy Contrast in Blue.
Hello, everybody. I'm Colden. The piece we will be playing tonight is Dance Boheme. This piece from the 1875 opera Carmen is by George Bizet, and it has been arranged for percussion ensemble by Chris Sharp. This up-tempo piece has a lot of fun melodies in it, as the opera was in the style of opera comique, a comedic opera. With lots of energy and fun sounds, we hope you enjoy Dance Boheme.
We actually today had a special guest come and visit us today in class. Her name is Gretchen Luck. She was a senior last year. And one thing that I loved about Gretchen was her fun attitude, and she was just always easygoing and lighthearted. She passed that on to some of us if we can't tell, and sometimes at the wrong times. But it's okay. I like it.
Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night. The Dylan Thomas poem, Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night, was the motivation for this musical composition. While not a programmatic description of the poem, the work attempts to recreate the essence of the poem in sound. With the use of sound layers and polytonality, the act of playing the same melody in a different key at the same time, it calls to mind the struggles and persistence of the human spirit and its refusal to go gentle. We will read you the poem and then perform, so please hold your applause until after the poem. We hope you enjoy. Do not go gentle into that good night.
Do not go gentle into that good night. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lighting, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last wave by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who caught and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
All right, really quickly, after this next piece, we are going to take a brief intermission slash transition to marching band. So at that time, we'll have the lights on. You can take a little bit of a break, come back in here, hopefully no more than 5 or so minutes, and we'll have our marching band for all of you. I did want to take one moment to recognize a few individuals in the crew. We have our first 8th grader in our top ensemble here, so I just want to give a quick shout out to Kaden. Over there on the tuba. He's put in a lot of really hard work, and it clearly pays off, so bravo to him. And then our other person I wanted to recognize was Nathaniel, if you can stand up. He made it into the 2022 State Honors Band. And that performance is going to be next week. I'm very excited to be able to go and watch him and appreciate all the hard work that he's done. So over the past 4 years, we've done a lot of lessons together and a lot of other things that just make me really proud of him. So if we can give him a big round of applause for that.
Molly on the Shore. This piece by Percy Aldrich Granger was composed of 2 separate Irish reels, Temple Hill and Molly on the Shore. This was originally written as a birthday gift to his mother in 1907 for strings, and later he arranged the tune for band. This piece is extremely technically demanding for everyone in the band. What was a challenge for us was that the melodies are directly connected to the next, and there's no room to break in this high energy piece. We hope you enjoy Molly on the Shore.
we're gonna transition to marching band, so take a 3-minute stretch here and we'll get back into it. Thank you.
Capel has no idea what I'm about to say, but it'll really embarrass him, and he's really modest, but he's just gonna have to suck it up. Hello. In case some of you don't know, I'm Logan Proyle. I am a senior this year, and I also had the honor of being the drum major of the marching band. Speaking of marching band, a tradition that's been going on for however many years is that each section leader gets or makes gifts for the rest of their section. It could be a funny award, like for my freshman year when I got the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Dancing award for not knowing how to stop dancing. It could also just be something meaningful. So because I'm the drum major, I thought it was only fitting to get Capel something. And because I have no money, I decided to make something. That's more my style anyways. I couldn't do it alone though, and because this year's seniors are so special to Mr. Capel, since we were freshmen during his first year, I decided to include all the seniors from marching band and do something really special for him. But before I give it to him, in front of all of you, I have a few words. Now I can't say them looking at any of you, especially not Caps. I'm afraid I might cry. And I would prefer to not completely embarrass myself in front of all of you lovely people. Mr. Austin Ron Capel. There will always be people that come and go in your life. That's life after all. Some good and some bad. Some you vibed with, and some you didn't. But each person, bad or good, always leaves a very special mark. One that is like no other. One that shows the story of them in your life and the lessons you learned with them in it. The mark that you have made on not only me, but all the students you have had. No, scratch that. All the people you have met is so, so special. You will never know the impact you have had on us, and there are no words to describe it. Sorry. The passion and utmost love you have for music and your job is obvious and shows every day that we see you doing your thing. You not only push us to be the best musicians we can be, but you push us to be the very best version of ourselves. You've done that for me. You've done it for every single one of us. And we will never forget that mark that you left in our hearts. You are the kindest person I know, and show nothing less than love, care, and acceptance for every single walk of life that's out there. With the world being as crazy and broken as it is, it's the people like you that make it all the better, that makes it worth it. That shows what's truly important in life, being a good, kind, and accepting person. And I think that this is something we can all take when we leave here today. Just like I will take it with me when I leave here in just 8 months. You've given me hope for my own future out there in the world, and I will take all the kindness that you've given me and pass it to everyone else that I meet. We all will. So to say thank you from us marching band seniors, here's a book. A book that you can read whenever you doubt that you aren't making an impact, that you aren't reaching your students. This book will prove you wrong every time. Each marching band senior has written for you a paragraph or two, or a chapter, if you are me, Marnie, or Nathaniel, about the impact you had on them, what you meant to them, and the amazing things they learned from you in the last 4 crazy years. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you to all the seniors. With the picture of a smirking dog on the front cover, it doesn't look like me, but that's okay. I'm anxious to read those later, so I wanted to take a quick moment. The end of our marching season was last weekend. We competed in the state marching band championships, as we usually do, in Whitewater, Wisconsin. I personally fell sick with COVID last week, last week Friday, right before the state competition. If those of us that did not know, I got married over the summer. Yeah, that's a and my wife Sam, if you want to. She has been our percussion instructor for the year. She also teaches music, just not here. That's okay. So she said, "I'll step in," and she took the kids down and stepped in my shoes and gave those kids, the wonderful little people that they are, that same opportunity, even in my absence. So to Sam, thank you. So thank you. The kids were super appreciative. I heard all the good things that they said. They had a great performance. They still had a great time. It was just without me. So props to her. Big thanks to her. And with that said, we're going to finish out the show in style for all of you.